What's up, everyone? Tom Hayden here. We're here for this finals recap. This is going to be my final time doing the recap show for now. And it's me and KD here. So, KD, say what's up to everyone one more time. This is for the YouTube
Hey, what's
recording.
up, everyone? How you doing today?
Yeah, so I hope you heard him loud and clear. And I love doing these beginning of these streams when I'm high because it's just all over the place. And thank you for being so patient, KD. But let's get right into it now.
Anytime, Bob, anytime.
So, dude, tell us about this match. You were able to take the 2-1 victory. And let's talk about your team going into it. I should have had a picture of your team. We knew you were going to talk about it. But yeah, let's get right into it. I'm excited to hear it.
So, honestly, first, this entire matchup, I'll be honest, I was like scared shitless because I didn't want to pick Angelo again this season. See, I did it last season, and I got lucky. But yeah, he's been actually just killing it this whole season. So, I was even more worried at that point. Oh, Tom, do you ever send the team in the chat? Or did you have it on your end?
Yes, I could do that. Oh, yes, that's a good idea. Let me pull up Discord
Yeah,
on
yeah,
this
yeah.
computer. Discord. All right, what his theme was that? I don't know. Irrelevant.
But
Sorry.
yeah, the team I had, honestly, I think this whole
Copy.
playoffs run, my leads were always like me and Shot Kovac because that just could like do a lot of damage to any team I play against, which it worked out a lot.
All right, I'm trying to pull it up. Let me.
Like, oh, Andrew, can you hear me now? Is that better?
Oh, you can barely hear him? Shit. You know what? Let me pull it up on my phone then. Because my phone will be closer. Sorry. Thank you, Andrew. All right, I'm hanging up. I'll be right back. That's why we need you, Andrew, though. Andrew, MVP. That's why we need you. Everyone, let me know how he sounds when I get him on my phone. Oh, shit. No, I gotta put you on speaker real quick. Oh, perfect. So, all right, now you're right on the speaker now. So, thank you, Andrew. I appreciate you, Andrew.
Andrew, can you hear me now? Is that better?
He definitely can. And if he can't,
Testing.
yeah.
Perfect. If you can't, then
No, he
we're
said
gonna have to
that's
like
much
figure out
better.
my speaker. Okay, that's better. That's better.
And I've sent the pokey paste in the chat so everyone can look along while he talks. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. It was Ghostbusters. All right.
Okay, perfect. Let me pull the chat. Let me pull up the paste now since I have it.
Yeah, I have the
Alright.
paste pulled up too, so I'm watching the paste. Everyone, pull up the paste on your end if you can. If not, just listen to us talk about it.
So basically, this entire team. When I looked at Angelo's team, right? He had Rain and Selly and Raichu, which I can't. I couldn't really like counter for all of that, honestly. So the thing with this team, the Crobat and the Mienshao spread, the Crobat spread particularly, it lives like every single attack with the psychic resist berry. And then I had Row in the team because I didn't have taunt at all, and I think Trick Room. So if Angelo led Mimikyu, I would just whirlwind it and switch it out into a Pokemon he couldn't really like want out. So that's my only counter for Trick Room, and then Sunny Day, which I used that in Game 3 the first time because
And it worked out well.
perfect, exactly. And the thing, let's say the first like Crobat and Mienshao, those were all like the basically those are all like chip the team down, and then in the back I had Indeedee with I had timid Indeedee because I was afraid to speed tie one of his Pokemon on his team. Oh yeah, the crocodile. So I had no speed to outspeed the crocodile. Put the breast in max special attack, and then like the bump for like life orb chip on that team. And then I did have Side Shock and Expanding Force because he had 3 Wide Guard users.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, I have to respect Angelo and Wide Guard. that's why I have Psyshock and Expanding Force, so I can do Psyshock first, let Angelo think I don't have Expanding Force, and then use it afterwards. And I had Mystical Fire for Celesteela, Entei was for Celesteela, and Weatherball Primarina was for Celesteela. So basically, like, my team countered Felly very hard in Rain, which I got lucky, and that's what he brought to the whole, well, this is what he brought to the game last night.
Yeah.
So I had most of the things covered, is very good for the most part. And 3 inner focus mon means you can't fake me out at all.
Yeah.
Well, typically I had 5. Meowstic got inner focus and Indeedee got inner focus. So I had like 5 inner focus mon. But yeah. So yeah, overall, the combat spread was enough to outspeed Latias, max speed, timid, and max bulk, and the attack always O-code max HP Ludicolo, which in game 3, the Brave Bird worked perfectly right there. And then I had Rock Tomb, not Rock Slide, because White Guard. So most of I didn't have that much spread moves besides
Expanding Force.
Primarina and Expanding Force. Indeed, that's it.
That's awesome. That's incredible. Holy shit. Dude, this team is really strong.
I know the life orb Indeedee I added on last minute because I was like, I can't use Sash, I can't use the berry, I need to do as much damage if I can. So life orb like the best. I was talking about running like the Odd Incense, which gave me a psychic boost instead. But I was like, nah, I need life orb because if I can if sun is up, I can mystical fire and like almost Oko the Celesteela from Indeedee with life orb with sun up.
Holy shit! I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's where all my thoughts was like to beat Rain and Celesteela. That was my only thought plan, my game plan. But if you didn't bring that mode, I'd have a hard time.
All right, Katie, I'm going to be honest with you. There's 10 seconds. 9, 8,
You're good.
7, 6. RJ Barrett missed a 3-pointer. Cleveland wins. All right, Cleveland Cavaliers won the game. Let's get back to this. So yeah, So can we talk about? Is there anything else you want to mention about the poker page before I have a question?
No, that's about it. The Meowstic.
Yes.
It lives. Hold on, let me look again. So actually, Meowstic lives an adamant. I think life form is adamant darkest lariat from Crocodile.
Holy
after
shit.
I reflect, and I do live. I think a +2 flash cannon from Celesteela. I live +1 medium for sure 100%. So yeah, Meowstic was there to kind of counter. Oh, I can also assume he'll bring Scarf, right?
Yeah.
So you know what? If Angelo wants to nuzzle something, I'm just gonna leave Meowstic next game. Just kind of use Yon the whole time. Though that was my game plan to fight toxicness with toxicness.
Dude. And you didn't even. So you ended up bringing the same 4 Pokemon every game, which I thought was interesting, and so did Angelo, which I thought was very interesting that both of you were like, I think these are the optimal 4. Each game, and it ended up working out to be very close, too.
I have brought the same 3 Pokemon in every single playoff game this whole time.
Crobat, Mineshaw, Indeedee Male?
Indeedee. Yep, those 3 every single game. I didn't have it versus Snom. Not sure why. But yeah, Crobat, Mienshao. I think the 4 honestly is Crobat, Mienshao, Indeedee, Prim. Those 4 are just kind of the key.
That's a solid 4. That's a solid 4. And then, so let's talk about the Pokemon you ended up leaving on the bench. The Landorus. Was there any consideration bringing it this week, or not really this week? This wasn't the week for it, actually. Looking at Angelo's team.
So I brought Lando in case they didn't bring rain for some weird reason.
Oh, so that was a backup
Even
plan.
yeah, and also even I brought Lando. That's why I went to use 2 sunny days on Meowstick and Crobat. Um, I don't have to worry about like Ice Beam from Ludicolo above. Like I feel like Angela needs the grass coverage, the water coverage, and protect her fake out, right?
Yeah.
So the last spot could really be a water move, right? Or Ice Beam. But looking at my team, I think double water move makes a lot more sense. And I think I live Hydro Pump in Sun from Life of Ludicolo too with Landers.
And you could get the sun up with the inner focus mon that's fast or the Meowstic with Prankster.
Exactly.
Oh,
And that's why I
shit.
had Helping Hand too and Yawn.
Wow. And then was there any
So
consideration for Silvally this week?
yes, yes. There I was gonna bring Fairy Soul Valley because
Very.
his team had fairy weakness overall. And then I'd also teach it Rocks and I tried Volcarona. So kind of like and Soul Valley is overall like one of the better mods I've had this whole entire draft. So I did give it thought, but I was like, no, I needed another like really hard hitting attacker. So that's where Entei came from. Entei in the sun. Flare Blitz in the sun Oko all his Pokemon besides Pelipper.
Holy shit.
Like if I got like Entei and Meowstic next to each other and like got Sun Up and like Flare Blitz and then use Helping Hand, yeah, that was it. I would literally use Suicide Entei. Just kind of get that 2 or 3 kills. So
I
I'm
wish I
glad
got
that
a
Entei was more
Sunsetter
of
and
a
High
backup
Roller
plan.
now.
Huh?
I wish I might have to pick up a Sunsetter and High Roller now.
So manual weather and like anything manual is always good in
Yeah.
draft
The
because people
Prankster weather is my
you
favorite
can't
with Life
expect
Art.
everything. No, prankster weather is easy to account for,
Yeah.
right? Angel said he didn't account for a sunny day Crobat. Why would anyone account for sunny day Crobat?
Yeah, no. And you used Rain Dance on it before.
Yep, like the week versus Psalm. Me and Snom both brought rain dance users manually, and we just didn't use it. So it's like both week I brought like like I brought rain dance Crobat, and the next week I brought sunny day Crobat. So I'm just kind of like, all right, this works. And then fake knockoff on Miansha is good because I just kind of like use that to reveal items.
Yeah.
That's it. That's like really it. I'm like, okay, I need to kind of figure out what item it is. So I think the game versus Snom or someone or KJ, I think I knocked off like every single turn. Oh, the game versus KJ. I think I knocked off every single turn in that game to kind of like reveal every item. And when I use the more I use knockoff in game 1 and game 2, it makes the game feel a lot easier because I know what's what can protect if they can, and that's what a lot of times in game 3, it's like better for me in game 3 because I already know what's what.
Oh, that's a great perspective.
Yeah, that's why I was like, all right, knockoff is handy because I knock off a lot of things and knock off choice scarf items because when you have Crobat, you don't want to sell Tailwind. I understand that. I look on everyone's team and say, what kills my Crobat? I give it the resist berry.
And that's a pretty and it got you the championship. So it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And you knew
Yep.
and even this week you had the Psychic Resist Berry for the Latias.
So funny story out. I've played a Latias in a draft for the past month. Either maybe BDSP, this draft. For the past month, every week I've played the Latias. So
That's
the
really
same
funny.
crew. So I know the only way I die from Latias is by a Life Orb Psychic. A Life Orb Ice Beam doesn't kill me. And I've known that from BDSP drag. Every single week, I'm like, oh, so Crobat lives this from Latias. Okay, good to know. Crobat lives this. Okay, good to know.
And
And
you've been
Crobat lives on
gathering that
6.
information.
Yep, exactly.
That's awesome. All right. And now wait. So can you do me a favor and talk about how to use Silvally in draft for someone who doesn't? Because I feel like you know how to use that Pokemon. And that's one of those Pokemon that if it's so versatile in the draft. And can you just talk about how awesome it is?
So the thing with Silvally, it's like I think Silvally's like it's one of those Pokemon you have to really know how to use it. I'll be honest.
Yes.
Because when I first got to Silvally, I was like, oh, what did I do this? Kind of terrible idea. But I was like, okay, Silvally is good. Let's say someone has like a really bad weakness to like ice type. Like, let's say if 5 of their Pokemon loses to like a type, I'm like, okay, I can bring Silvally. They wouldn't expect it a lot of times. And most of the time, Silvally is so bulky, it just lives like everything. Like, I don't think I've ever gotten like one shot this whole time or wholly at all. And like, whenever you Silvally, I've actually just used the same spread. Like, for the most of my teams, honestly, I've just used the same spread for everything. For like seasons now, not just the seasons, for like past seasons, like the past 3 seasons.
It works.
Also, yeah, because I was like, Silvally just bulk up to take anything, and it does so much damage. Like multi attack, 120 base any stab move is crazy.
Yeah, actually, it really is.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
there's been times I've used special Silvally, and they're teaching all the coverage moves like Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, and Protect, and that works perfectly.
It's got the stats for it too.
Yep.
All
Like
right,
95 is not bad. Yeah.
dude,
Go
that's
ahead.
what I'm seeing. 95 is not bad.
Nope.
All right. So I want to talk about Obstagoon now. Was there any consideration bringing Obstagoon in this match?
Yes, there was a lot. I really want to bring it the whole time, but I knew. Well, I didn't run the calcs, but I kind of knew if Angel brought Hitmontop and if he brought Technician Lock Punch probably kills Obstagoon from full. So I didn't even do any calcs. I just thought about it. 4 times weakness, stab move. Technician boosted. I'm not bringing Obstagoon easily. That was like really it. That was really the only reason to bring it because I was like, okay, it's good, but yeah, I can't.
All right, nice. And then what about Togepi?
I wanted to bring Togepi's. Togepi was actually one I wanted to bring because I'm like, nah, Togepi needs to be in the championships, but I couldn't mess around this time. I
Yeah.
couldn't. Like I couldn't.
So can you
Like I
talk about Togepi a little bit? You took it in High Roller too. So you
oh
think
yeah,
this thing
Togepi
is
is
valuable?
fire. Oh, I got Togepi in the UGA too. Like the past 3 leagues I've done back to back to back, I've took Togepi in all of those.
So talk to us about it. Why is it
Oh,
so good?
Togepi, it's mad bulky. Togepi is just unnecessarily bulky, right? Like people may not think this. Togepi is actually bulky with Eviolite if you do it right. Tom, all the Pokemon I have, right? You would never really catch me running 252 anything besides like me and Shao. I would never do that. It's always like the bulkiest spreads ever.
Yeah.
So the reason I took Togepi months back, I did a calc. Togepi lives, I think, life for Landorus, Max Quake, and Max. I was like, oh, that's stupid. I'm gonna take Togepi. And ever since then, Togepi's working great. But there's a reason why I keep taking Togepi with my hyper offensive teams, and I won't say
Oh, because
because
you
I don't know if anyone knows it.
competitive advantage or
Oh, it it's no, there's a reason why I take Togepi. And like whoever plays me with Togepi and want like try to use Trick Room, you're gonna have a bad time. That's all I'm saying. It's pretty easy.
damn.
Togepi is speed is 20.
So the only thing slower is Pincurchin, right?
Yep, and Togepi gets after you.
Oh shit. And then also Greedent is a speed tie with Togepi. That's what I saw. There's not I think Torkoal, right?
Nope, Togepi's slower than Torkoal.
Oh shit. There's a
Yep. So if Togepi my Trick Room answer, like, all right. And there's been times people set Trick Room and I've let Togepi there and she's after the game. I had Togepi and Spectre like in a draft league, and it's a Trick Room, thinking they were fine. I just use Absolute next to Spectre, just O-code their max, and just won the game because of that.
Dude, that's fucking amazing. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Oh shit. See, it's like that. So Togepi's on my
Hell,
radar now.
Togepi is
Togepi
fire.
on my radar. So what I noticed
Oh,
was
and like
in your match versus
he wasn't on
Jax,
the list. He was on the list.
yeah. In your match versus Jax, it survived with more than 50% health from a Vicious Rend from a Dracovish.
Oh yeah, Fisher never ever killed me ever. I did a calc. I'm like, oh, that's it does nothing, and it wasn't max bulk either. It's kind of like defensive nature, and some bulk that wasn't like max bulk. I was like, oh, that's all I need.
And then I want to talk about a Pokemon I'm not sure if you used a lot, Sceptile. Did
No,
you end up using Sceptile a lot?
I don't know why I got Septile. I should have took Chinchino. I would have brought Chinchino versus Angelo. I'll be honest.
You think so?
I would have brought Chinchino with like the attack with like skill link or whatever, and the item that makes me hit like 5 times and just try to get flinches off Angelo the whole time. I brought skill link, King's Rock, Chinchino, and try to get flinches off every hit.
Dude, that's what he thought I did when I got 2 flinches on a 5 hit with Excadrill Rock Blast, week
Oh yeah,
5
I
or
would have
whatever.
done that. I would have done that.
Yeah, I got 5 hits with Excadrill on a Rock Blast, and then 2 of them were critical hits. And without both of them, I wouldn't have KO'd the Pelipper. It was nuts.
Oh
He
no,
got
I,
so
I saw,
unlucky.
I saw, I saw, I saw. I
So
saw
unlucky.
that. I was actually cracking up. I was like, wow, Tom. I was like, I thought you did because I'm like, this is hilarious. Tom would do some shit like this. This is so funny.
I'm glad I have that
Like,
reputation.
I was like, yo, because I was like, with some people you play in the draft, you never know what to expect, right?
I like that.
Sometimes with me, you never know what to expect because I don't know what the hell I'm doing sometimes. So it's like, good luck prep for me because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
That's
So
how I
it's
feel
like,
sometimes.
you could think I have a plan this whole week, but in reality, I'm kind of like, well, I'm screwed. I'm going to lose. I'm going to plan the day up, and that's what I'm going to do. Like, I think this season, unfortunately, I'm putting the least amount of prep.
And you won.
It's kind of terrible. But it's terrible for. All right, I'll admit. I wish I put in more effort because I feel like I could have played the games better.
Which would have
And like
been
I wouldn't be so
crazy
stressed out every
impressive.
week.
Would have been crazy impressive. But dude, one thing I wanted to see you do, I did this in Jax when we were practicing, was
Mm-hmm.
uh it was Indeedee set the psychic terrain with Sceptile Unburden. And then I forget how I did. I think I would protect and switch Primarina in, set the swamp, or I forget what I did. It was a swamp with either Silvally Sceptile with Primarina, and then bring
Mm-hmm.
Indeedee in and just KO everything with when everything was half speed and you had this Indeedee
Oh no! Oh no!
male.
Wow!
The Swamp and DD
Yeah.
combo. And I was like, oh, I hope he does this. I never reached out and gave it to you, and I feel bad about that because I just thought about it now.
Oh no! I I knew about that. Don't worry.
You knew
That's why
about
I got
that.
stepped out. Yeah, that's why I got stepped out for that. But when I realized right that game, I'm like, oh no, it was game 3. A lot of times when I'm playing, my brain works a lot more in game 2 than it ever did in game 1, like by far, right?
Because you know
Because
more.
most game 2, yeah, and most game 2, I was like, okay, what the hell am I gonna do in game 3? And the game's not even over yet. Because I'm like, you know what, I can't lose. I'm not trying to lose. So it's like, okay, just play slow. When in the game 3 with Jax, I was like, in game 2, I figured out halfway. Wait, I have Helping Hand. And I have Scarf Indeedee. If I leave this game 3, like, good luck.
Wow.
Like, I had to blip everything.
All
That's
right.
why I didn't go for the swamp strat. I was like, okay, this accomplishes the same thing, but just like way worse. To like, because I use like one mon and not like 2 to like
Exactly.
set up stuff. Yeah, yeah.
You don't need the whole combo. You got it all in one with Crobat, setting that with Inner Focus and that speed
Mm-hmm.
stat. What's Crobat's speed stat?
Oh, 130. So it's like the fastest Pokemon. It's like speed test the Spectre.
Motherfucker. That's awesome. All right.
And like most Pokemon don't go to that high, so you never
That's a fun fact. All right, but let's actually get into the details of the match with Angelo. So game one, sorry, we see Raichu and Latias lead versus Crobat Mianchu. The tailwind was huge, so both of you knew you needed to get the tailwind up, and this was a great matchup for Primarina when you brought it in. And then once the Ludicolo came in, I was like, oh, this isn't the best matchup anymore. But Primarina did its job, KO and Ludicolo. I believe the Indeedee died to his Scald in the rain, and that's
Yeah,
how
so I
game
did
one
a
ended.
calc for that, right?
Yeah.
And I messed up because I forgot Scald killed me, but Muddy Water did. So it's like,
Mm.
oh, I should take this no problem because Icy Wind for that instance, right? To protect an Icy Wind with Marina, and then like expanding Forcer and Side Shock and like attack again, like with Indeedee, and like basically what I did in game two, I meant to do that in game one to an Icy Wind, but I was like, wait, I'm throwing. So yeah. I was like, oh shit, Skull killed me. I lose the game now. GG's easily.
Yeah, you knew once Indeedee went down, you were done.
Yeah.
Which was interesting to see, too.
Well, and the funny part, I didn't want to reveal anything else because I was Assault Death. Angela thought it was Specs.
Oh, so that's really good that you preserved that info.
Yeah, because I was like, Perimeter realistically could take like 3 more hits at that point, but then he would have known I was Assault Death.
And is that. Do you think you could have possibly won game one, though?
If Indeedee somehow lived on 1 HP, yeah.
No, I'm
If
talking
not,
about if you didn't quit.
oh no, I wouldn't.
No shot?
No, because Energy Ball I know was like 3 hit KO, 3 hit KO with like Life Orb and maybe an Assault Vest and like almost max HP. And then I was like, well, Hurricane's gonna like do too much or just confuse me, and so let's just not waste time here.
Not even risk it. Let's just go game
Yeah,
two.
I was like, I don't want to play this. I was like, all right, fine, GG's. And then game two was like,
Bye, Andrew.
what the hell am I gonna do?
So game two, you did the same lead, and so did Angelo. What were you thinking at the beginning
Yes.
of game two? After you saw that?
So game two, I was just like, well, let me fake out the other Pokemon this time and Tailwind. Because I think in game one, I faked out Raichu and Tailwind.
Yeah.
And then in game one, I realized after I faked it out, right, in turn two, I was like, wait, I'm stupid because he's still faster. He's Scarf. Oh, thank you, APG, by the way. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Andrew
Andrew's
just comes up in
awesome.
chat.
Andrew's awesome.
So game one, I was like, wait, me faking out Raichu accomplishes nothing. At this point, I have to pray for Electro Web Miss. So I was like, all right, game two, let's try fake out Latias and then Tailwind because I should still be faster than Raichu
At -1 in the tailwind.
Yes, and that also like I think Angelo thought I had taunt, right? So I was like, okay,
He
I
did.
could like bluff this. Even if I didn't have taunt, I could just bluff this. Honestly,
Wow.
depending on how game two turned out, game three I would have faked out in Whirlwind.
Is Whirlwind
Just
100% accurate?
It is, but it's -6 priority. It goes before Trick Room. It will go before Trick Room. That's why I need it. So I was like, you know what? Let's see how game two is. And in game two, he missed an Electro Web on my Mian Shao,
He did.
which mattered.
He did.
Yeah, because I didn't get the speed drop, and Mian Shao was able to go before the Pelipper could
Pelipper.
rock Tumen.
Before, yeah, Pelipper could attack.
Yep. So in game two, the Electro Web missed mattered in game two. And then something else happened in game two, which also mattered.
He didn't
I
fake.
can't remember.
Oh no, that he did not fake out. It was game three. But I wrote down the Indeedee put in so much work, and the Psyshock was great just in case he did wide guard, even though he didn't wide guard. And it's you got the KO with the Psyshock Rock Tomb combo. That's the turn we're talking about when he KO'd Pelipper. So, dude, it was just impressive how you were able to take game two after the game one went, and you preserved that information. And then going into game three, what were you thinking?
Kill Raichu. Kill Raichu first.
Kill Raichu
Ignore the whole
immediately.
team. Ignore the whole team. Kill Raichu.
Damn.
That was like, all right. I don't care about Latias anymore. I don't care. You can never one shot me. Whatever. Kill Raichu.
So I think you knocked off Raichu and Brave Birded, right? Or did you knock off Tailwind?
Yeah, I knocked off Tailwind, and then next turn I Brave Bird close combat into it.
Yeah, that's
I was
what it
like,
was.
okay, Angel, now you can take a kill. But if you take a kill, I get to my DD and Expanding Force. There's no Pelipper.
And that's what you did.
Yup.
And then Dragon
But
Swipe or whatever it is missed
yeah,
the
Dragon
KO on
Swipe.
Crobat. Instead of targeting Crobat with Hurricane, you targeted Primarina. And I think that was a game-winning play for you because you were able to get the sun up.
Yes, because I think if you're double, because honestly, I felt I was gonna die personally from Crobat because my HP was so low. But I was like, you know what? Because before I clicked Sunny Day, I was like, I could go for a kill right now because I think I could have. If I didn't die, I could get one attack off at least. But then I was like, no, 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 no. Pelipper's out. If I can get Sunny Day off, I'd probably win the game.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't go for attack. I clicked Sunny Day, right? Because that would have done a couple of things. Angela needed to switch out to get back Rain in.
And he didn't.
Latias, yes. I was very surprised about that. And for my Purina, I EV'd it. Basically the EV it had, it always outspeed max speed timid Latias if there's no tailwind.
Wow.
So that's why I was able to like outspeed Latias and use Moonblast. Because I was like, all right, if I can kill the Latias right here, I wasn't sure if I could protect, by the way. So I was like, you know what? Let's just find out right now in game three and kind of like gamble the whole season. It's fine, whatever. So when I killed the Latias now in game three, I was just like, okay, this is perfect. Save Purina. If I can get like one Brave Bird off Ludicolo, I'd win the game. But then I also realized he could have Fake Out and like Fake Me Out because I was flying type.
Yeah.
Like the turn didn't block it.
But he didn't do that, which was huge for you.
No, he actually needed. So he needed to protect, but he needed to attack more.
Yeah.
Because I personally thought like he was gonna like Fake Out, so I was like, okay, he's going to attack because he's in a good spot with Luco to attack at this point. And once Luco out, I was like, okay, but in game three, I had to do a lot of switches, which the switch on Primrina almost had it die, which I couldn't lose Primrina yet.
No.
It died for no reason. No.
Yeah, you couldn't lose that thing yet. That thing was so important. Like, that thing's so good. Oh my god.
I was so surprised by the arm player. Because that was actually one why I wasn't going to bring in the first place.
Well, really?
You know what? Yeah. I was like, this playoffs run, Premier to me felt underwhelming. I was like, this Pokemon is bad. Like, it was dying way too much.
Really?
And yeah, even though it wasn't like it was always bulky, it was like it was dying way too much from like just like super effective moves. I was like, all right, whatever. So I almost didn't Brian was like, no, he's bringing rain. I thought this Premier can like do something in the rain, I guess. And if he gives me rain, that's why I had Weather Ball and Hydro Cannon. So whenever weather was up, I'm getting a good super effective move anyways off to you.
Wow. Dude, that's like you said you didn't prep. This is all prep in my mind.
Alright, this is what I consider prep, right? To me, prep is like a couple of days worth of like stuff. Most of the spread and everything I ran was all like recycled.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna use this, and this, and like basically like the Mian Shao and like Crobat was kind of like there already from like this whole time. The person was a basic one I've used multiple times too, because I've used that percent also to play Latias teams. So to same sense, I've actually been using. The Meowstic was like that was actually about it. Meowstic and who else? Yeah, Indeedee. I mean, yeah. So the team was made in a couple of hours. That to me isn't the most ideal prep, especially for a playoff game. And that's where I said in prep because I'm like, it's a playoff game. You know, do more, plan more, plan the week off, plan the whole week, not a couple hours before. And I told Angelo 3-4 hours before the game, I was like, Angelo, want to hear something? But he got shocked. He quoted me and goes, I don't have a team. Correct. I don't have a team yet. So yeah.
Amazing. All right. So I think. Do you got anything else to say about the match? I think we covered it pretty well.
Yeah, because honestly, the match came down to like me or Angelo misplaying. That's like really what it was. Like whoever misplayed, and like one misplay was like bad on both sides. But like if let's say if I misplayed twice, I lost the game.
Damn. It was really that close.
Yeah, because we literally did basically the exact same for both 3 games, the exact same couple turns. It's like, what do we do after that? It's almost like everything was all the same.
God damn, that's so cool though. I'm really impressed by this win, man. Angelo is so good. I'm so impressed by his play too. And yeah, let's get into the Pokemon of the week, which you gave to Crobat. So talk about Crobat a little bit more, because we did talk about Crobat a lot.
Basically, Crobat won me every single game 3 in the playoffs so far. Like Crobat has won me way too many games than he needs to win. Like Crobat has been like way more impressive than Primarina in overall everything. It lives for no reason. It does so much damage. Like Three Bird Stab does so much damage all the time. So
Thank you,
and
Cuddy.
like every week people have to respect Crobat because they run Choice Scarf. And that's the biggest thing every week. Because every week someone has had Choice Scarf for Crobat. To outfit Crobat to kill before he gets Tailwind because
They need
it's
to.
so big with Tailwind. Yeah.
If they don't, they can't outspeed it.
Yeah. And then Crobat with Mienshot next to it, it's almost very hard to stop me from Tailwind.
Wow. So you always get speed control if you want to go fast.
Yep. And then Crobat and Mienshot also have double taunt. I did run double taunt versus KJ in that set. Which made it didn't win Trick Room because I had double taunt.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. I love it. And then let me show your roster real quick one more time. And are there any surprises on here that you want to talk about at all?
Yep. Lando has no kills.
Crazy.
He is my A tier and he has no kills.
Yeah.
So the battle was doing way too much work. Indeed, I'm not surprised. Optigoon. So I won't say anything. Optigoon should be raised a tier, personally.
Okay.
That's just me. One's too good, and one doesn't know how good his Pokemon is, but whatever.
Well, Defiant, Guts, and it gets another good ability too, right?
Reckless.
So yeah, those are 3 good abilities.
Mm-hmm.
It got good stats, right?
Yeah, and honestly, I think, well, I like Togepi. So Togepi's funny. Like, it doesn't really die, especially in like a non-max format. good luck trying to kill it.
Yeah,
And it's a tier 4 follow me user, redirection user, which I would take that all day.
dude, like the way you thought this out was so well. I really love this team, man. And yeah, congrats on winning, man. Like this team is really strong. And is there anything else you want to say before we I guess get out of here. So congrats on
No,
winning, man. Yeah, I
thank you
guess
so much. I appreciate it.
dude, like this was so much fun. I love talking to you. And I'm so happy you won, like for you. I wish I won.
I'll
I
be
think
back
there's
next season,
23
bro.
people that wish they won. So I'm sorry to
I'll be
interrupt
back
you, but
next season, back to back.
yeah, win it next season, man. We'll be back to back winner. And yeah, I'm fucking proud of you, man. It's so cool to see you win. It really is.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And man, I appreciate everything you've done all these seasons till now.
I appreciate
Like all
that.
the recap shows like every week, because it's not easy, like at all. It's like not easy.
It's a lot of fun.
You yeah, and like like you're using your own, like you're using your time to do all this for us, weeks and weeks for months and seasons. So we all appreciate that all the time.
I appreciate it, man, because yeah, I dove head first into it, being like, it'll be a fun little side project, and then it
Yeah,
turned into like, oh, every Monday when I was off, I was doing this for like months.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, and like like
Yeah,
you're just doing it free. Like you weren't, like so like like things like that. Like when you're using your own time for like help other people out, like things like that shouldn't go like on like not talk about.
it's a
Like that's
lot
a
of
big
fun.
like recognition right there.
No, it was fun. It was. I liked. I didn't like coming in unprepared though, so I wanted to watch as many matches as possible, which is always so much fun because I love watching Pokemon battles anyway. The PowerPoint, I would try to put it together as easy as possible. I had like my copy and paste tricks and shit. So it was a lot of time, and I appreciate you saying that too, man. But yeah, I don't have time to do it going forward, which does suck. So
No,
Behaney's
where's
gonna
all
take it
good.
over in some form or format. I don't know how yet. I don't know if he knows how yet. But he was the one.
No, we'll all figure that out.
Yeah, he was the one that started. I actually started taking over the PowerPoints from him, because me and Tyros did one with Alpaca, and oh, I'm blanking on the other guest. I think it may have been Koji, and then B. Haney did one with me, Fox, Tyros, and him. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh shit, there were two for week one of season two, I think it was, or season three. And then we found our
Okay.
groove, and I was like, yo, B. Haney, can I take over? And he was like, yeah, dude, you got it, man. And I took over and I ran with it, and I've been having a blast since, man. So it's sad to see it go. And I want to shout out Jax for hopping on for as many episodes as he did. I want to shout out Matt for hopping on for as many episodes as he did. You've been a reoccurring guest, which I appreciate too, man. And yeah,
Anytime, Tom.
I'm so happy to have done this. And they're all going to be on YouTube at some point in the future. I haven't uploaded a YouTube video in like a month, but I'm going to upload
Yeah.
all of them to YouTube.
No.
So, but what's it called? All of them are there up until week 5 of this season. So after week 5, I have to upload the rest. But yeah, KD, say the last words for the stream before I end the recording.
Um, it's been a great season. I still can't believe I won, honestly,
Let's
but
go!
I
Congrats, man.
enjoy my free entry to the high roller,
Yeah,
and I just need to get playoffs, and I'm fine. Like, if I get playoffs in the high roller, I'll be so fine. And then I can go figure out winning after that. But playoffs first, one step at a time. But that's it for me, actually.
dude, that's fucking awesome that you won your entry to the High Roller Draft League. So yeah, watch out for both our High Roller Draft League streams because I assume you're going to be streaming that too.
I depends. Like, all right, I won't stream like the first. I don't know. It depends. It depends.
I kind of want to start
Like,
making
maybe not.
YouTube videos instead of live streams, but I do like live streaming though.
Yeah,
But I
I
don't
know.
know.
I like live stream because like I don't know. I just like live stream better, but
I do
just
too.
I'll see how it goes.
Exactly. That's how I think I like the delay I found so far. Like
Yeah,
I like putting it on a delay so that I know it's cheat proof, because people won't have
yeah,
their time. It takes 2 minutes to pick their move or whatever. I have a 2 minute delay. So no matter
yeah.
what,
Exactly. Exactly.
they'll pick their move by then if someone does want to stream snipe. And the chat can't influence because they're 2 minute behind, but they could still talk and say, "Oh shit, yo Tommy, that's awesome," or some stuff like that instead of only emotes. So that's what I do like
Exactly.
about the 2 minute delay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to figure out all the kinks with. I think that's you know what that's what I've decided I'm gonna keep doing. The 2 minute delay on all the streams, do them live, upload them to YouTube later. But Katie, thank you so much for your time. Follow at Kdamarni10 on Twitch. Look out for his streams. Thank you all if you found your way here watching this video for this long. And thank you to the 3 people who are still here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Carney, for subscribing again for 6 months. That's a long time, and I appreciate each and every one of those months. So, bless. Stay blessed, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm going to end the stream here.